That is the warning from one local university as its students are getting ready to return to campus over the next few weeks. Channel 3 New Haven Bureau Chief Matt McFarland is live with the mobile newsroom from the Quinnipiac campus in Hamden. Matt.
Well, Courtney, freshman orientation is next week. Undergrad classes begin on August 30th. Now, as a requirement of returning to campus, students, staff, they all need to be vaccinated here at Quinnipiac. That's why the school recently sent out letters reminding students who haven't already uploaded their information to the school's portal to do so, because they say if you don't, you're looking at some weekly fines, weekly testing, and even the loss of campus Wi-Fi. The Quinnipiac campus is relatively quiet now, but starting next week, thousands of students will return to Hamden. And when they do, they need to be vaccinated.
I think it's a smart idea. I think at this point, you just need to get vaccinated. The numbers, I don't think, lie.
QU recently sent out a letter to roughly 600 students, about 6% of the school's population, who have still not uploaded their vaccine information onto the school's portal, a requirement for the fall semester. And if they don't comply, they're looking at fines which could total up to $2,275 for the semester. Each week, they'll be fined $100, increasing by $25 every 2 weeks, before maxing out at $200. Unvaccinated students will be required to undergo weekly testing, with a $100 fine for anyone who skips a test. And if students aren't vaccinated by September 14th, they'll also lose access to Quinnipiac's computer network and campus Wi-Fi.
Even to not be able to go onto a website to do an assignment would be taking away a lot. And then $100, that's nothing to scoff at. You're already paying $60K for the tuition, and you're going to lose $100 a week.
In that letter, Quinnipiac said, "We wish we did not have to take these measures, but protecting the health of our QU community by ensuring compliance with our vaccination requirements is the only way we can ease most of our COVID-related restrictions and safely return to our in-person learning and living activities."
I'm in the nursing school there, so I think that's a little bit different when you go into hospitals, but I think just to be around campus, it shouldn't be a requirement.
Caroline Sofair goes to school at another private college in Connecticut, and while she's vaccinated, is not in favor of schools mandating it. But Nick Featherston, who graduated from Quinnipiac in May, feels it's the right call.
You can't not do it and then still want to reap the benefits that if you were to do the right thing.
And apparently those looming fines do work, because we learned that roughly a quarter of the 600 or so students that got those letters have already responded to the university. Also able to apply for exemptions as well. The deadline was in July, but Quinnipiac says it will be reviewing each medical exemption on a case-by-case basis going forward. We're live with the mobile newsroom in Hamden. Matt McFarland, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Matt, thank you. Meanwhile, the White House is expected to announce this week that anyone who got the Pfizer or Moderna vaccine should get a booster shot 8 months after their second dose. This comes as COVID-19 cases driven by the Delta variant continue to surge across the country. Channel 3's Michael George looks at the timetable of this announcement and what it means for you.
Americans who received the Pfizer or Moderna vaccine could start getting a booster shot as early as mid-September if the FDA approves the plan.
We're likely to do this down the road in phases. The older persons first, healthcare workers after that.
Dr. William Schaffner is an infectious disease expert at Vanderbilt.
As with most vaccines, after a time, protection wanes. And so we have to give our immune system a reminder. And that's what a booster would do.
The third shot would likely be the same brand as the first two and would come 8 months after the second dose. Officials are still waiting on more data before giving guidance on the one-shot Johnson & Johnson vaccine.
Johnson & Johnson is working on their data, and we anticipate information from that quarter will be coming along a little bit later.
People with compromised immune systems, like Roy Johnson of Iowa, are already allowed to get a booster shot.
Well, I have an autoimmune condition, so when it was made available, I thought, well, may as well go ahead and get the third shot.
The push to vaccinate comes as the Delta variant continues to overwhelm hospitals across the nation. In Austin, Texas, ambulances are waiting up to an hour for open beds.
Our medics are being overworked like crazy.
And starting today in New York City, people patronizing indoor gyms, restaurants, and museums will have to show proof of vaccination. Michael George, CBS News, New York.